Hello, my name is George and welcome to class. Today I'm going to guide you through a 40-minute advanced and strong Vinyasa sequence. If you are a beginner, then this is not the practice for you. However, if you've been doing yoga for a while and you feel comfortable and you want a little challenge, then this is the perfect practice for you. If you enjoyed this class and you want an extended version of it, then I do have that available exclusively on my Patreon. The link for that is down in the description. All you need for today's practice is just your mat, your body, your breath, and whenever you're ready, let's begin. Let's find our way into child's pose. Bring your big toes together, knees apart, extend your arms in front of you. Melt your chest to the ground, land your forehead, and begin by taking 5 deep breaths in and out through the nose. Set an intention for today's practice and engage your ujjayi breath. On your next exhale, let's come up to tabletop. Slide your hands back. Stay on your toes. And let's begin by warming up our wrists and our toes. So shift forward. Create a tension in your wrists. Lean back. Stay on your toes. And repeat for 4 more times. 3, 2, and 1. Now internally rotate your hands. And 5 more, just like this. Beautiful. Now externally rotate your hands. Last one. Beautiful. Now rotate your hands. Fingertips are pointing towards your knees. Lean back. If you want to go a little deeper here, you can bend one arm and the other. Let's release. Stay on our toes. Shake out the wrists. And let's come to a plank. Find a nice solid plank here. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core, push the ground away. And engage your ujjayi breath. Let's stay in this plank for 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, shift into downward dog. Bend your knees for now. Open up your shoulders, your back. Start to pedal one foot to the ground and then the other. Walk your dog. Find a more static position here in this downward dog. It's okay if your heels are not touching the mats. Just make sure that you are lengthening your back.
On your next exhale, shift forward to a plank, nice and slow. Beautiful. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Beautiful. 2 more, just like this. Shift forward, plank. Lower all the way for chaturanga. Upward dog. Nice and slow with the breath. Downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale. Slowly plank. Continue all the way to chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. Beautiful job. Let's bring our right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open stack the hips. Come high on your left toes. Bring the knee to the chest. Hold it here. And on an exhale, flex the foot. Step it between the hands. High lunge. Your right leg is 90 degrees. Hands are reaching up. Imagine you're holding a heavy ball above your head. Left arm goes in front, right to the back. Open crescent lunge. On your next exhale, left arm to the mat. Right arm goes above your head, reaching to the front. Engage your left leg here. Right arm comes up, all the way back. Bring it up to crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Shift forward, right arm goes down, left arm goes above your head, reaching to the top of the mat. Release, warrior 2. Left arm goes to the back of your leg, and the right arm goes back. Reverse warrior 2. Nice and strong here. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. Warrior 2. Cartwheel your arms. 3-legged dog. Come high on your toes, bring the knee to the chest, and bring it back, 3-legged dog. Come high on your toes, bring the knee outside of your right hand for a lizard. Move around in this lizard if you need to. For me, usually I can feel it in my hip flexor right here in the left. Actively engage your left foot. Set your left knee down. Now bend your left leg and with the right, reach towards the foot and start to pull it towards your glutes. You can look over your right shoulder. Slowly release. Take care. Back to lizard lunge. Back to plank. And back to downward dog. On your next exhale, shift forward, plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Downward dog. Upward dog. Squeeze your glutes. And downward dog. Two more, just like this. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Find your flow. Connect this flow to your breath. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, shift forward, make it one movement. Shift all the way forward, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, upward dog, inhale, squeeze your glutes, exhale, downward dog. Beautiful job. Let's bring the left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open stack the hips. Come high on your toes. Bring the knee to the chest. Hold it here for an inhale. On your exhale, flex the foot and step it between the hands. Rise up for a crescent lunge. Nice and solid foundation. Reconnect back to your breath. Left arm goes back, right in front. Open crescent lunge. Hello. Oop, I should be focused. On your inhale, back to crescent. Oh no, actually, we did right arm down, left arm goes to the top of the mat. Right leg is engaged. Back to open crescent lunge. Back to crescent. On your exhale, warrior two. On your next exhale, shift your weight forward, land your palm to the mat, and reach with your hand in front to the top of the mat. Everything is super engaged. On your next exhale, back to warrior two. Reach somewhere in the back of your leg. Left hand goes behind reverse. Release, warrior two. Cartwheel your arms to the mats. Three-legged dog. On your next exhale, come high on your toes, bring the knee to the chest. And bring it back to downward dog. Left leg is lifted. On your next exhale, come high on your toe, bring the leg outside of your left hand for a lizard lunge. Move around in this lizard once again. Set the right knee down. Reach with your left hand, grab the foot, and pull it towards your glute. Come back to your breath, nice and deep through the nose. Release. And let's come back to downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. On your next exhale, shift forward, plank, shift into chaturanga, upward dog, hold it here for an inhale, and exhale, downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale, once again, shift forward, plank, shift into chaturanga, upward dog. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, and downward dog. Beautiful. Let's shift forward, come into plank. Bring our big toes together. Now we're going to come into the edge of the right foot for a side plank on the right. Left hand is reaching towards the sky. Lift your hips slightly higher up. Now, lift the left leg off the right, bring it behind the right leg for a wild things. Actively reach with your left foot to the top of the mat. Come back to side plank. Lift the left leg off the right. Internally rotate the foot so it's parallel to the mat. Bring the knee to the left armpit and slowly step the leg to the top of the mat. Beautiful. Runner's lunge. Now, we're going to get ready to come into Warrior 3. So, your right leg is engaged. Now, on an exhale, shift your weight forward and come into Warrior 3. Arms go to your heart. Both of your legs are straight. Keep a micro bend in your left knee. Try to lift your right leg higher up. Come up all the way to standing. And now we're going to come to tree. So you can bring your right foot somewhere next to your ankle, on your shin, or if you feel stable here, you can bring it all the way over your knee. Bring your hands together. Come back to your breath. Try to slow it down. Now, for those of you who want a little challenge, let's first release our foot. Extend it in front of us. Try to lift the right foot higher up. Your hands are by your sides. And now we're gonna do a pistol squat. So bend your left leg. Try to come all the way down. Hold it here. And lift it up. This is a hard one. Let's come back. Let's find our way into Warrior 3. Hands to the heart. Crown of your head is reaching forward. Right leg back. I know the left calf is talking to you. It's burning. It's on fire. Embrace it. Let's take a big step back for a crescent lunge. Hands up. Hands to the mat. Three-legged plank. The left leg is lifted. Shift forward, chaturanga. Plank. Regular plank. Both feet down. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upward dog. And downward dog. On your next exhale, shift forward, plank. And let's do the left side. Bring your big toes together. Come onto the edge of the left foot. Right arm up. Bring your hips slightly higher up. Now bring the right foot outside of your left for a wild thing. Reach back with your right hand over your head. Come back to side plank. Lift the right foot off the left. Hold it here. Internally rotate your foot. Bring the knee to the right armpit and slowly step it to the front of the mat. Beautiful job. Crescent lunge. Runner's lunge. So once again, we're getting ready to come into Warrior 3. On your next exhale, shift your weight forward. Bring your hands to your heart. Crown of your head is reaching forward. Both legs are straight. Try to lower your left hip slightly more so it's in the same line as the right one. The shoulder blades are kissing on the back. Breathe. Release, come all the way up to standing. Bring the left foot inside of the right for a tree. Hands together at the heart. Come back to your breath. Try to slow down your heart rate. Now, once again, this is optional, but for those of you, you can either stay here, or for those of you who want to make it a little more challenging, we're going to first extend our left foot in front of us. Try to lift it up as high as possible. And now, we're going to do a pistol squat. Squat all the way down on the right leg. And then lift it up. Beautiful. And let's come back to a Warrior 3. Actively engage your back. And on an exhale, big step back, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the mat. Three-legged plank. Right leg is lifted. Shift forward, chaturanga. Plank, regular plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Beautiful. Now from here, let's step to the front of the mat. Fold forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And fold forward. Let's squat all the way down. Beautiful job. So, If you are interested, I'm gonna face you so you can see me better. It's finally starting to get a little warm here in Finland. I'm on my balcony. It's getting quite hot. There's some construction going on, so it's not that peaceful and calm, but hey, this is an opportunity for us to be more present. So for those of you who, if you enjoy practicing with me and you wish that this practice was longer, I just recorded a long version of this class. It's going to be over 60 minutes. It has a flow to it. It has an extended yin part to it as well. So if you're interested in that, that is exclusively available on my Patreon. So the reason I have my Patreon is because these classes take me a lot of time to make. I need to prepare, I need to film, I need to edit. So yeah, if you would like to support me on Patreon, this would mean the world to me. If not, it's okay. I have a bunch of free classes here on YouTube as well. So you're wondering, oh my God, George, how long can we sit in the squat for? It's getting very uncomfortable. Notice that chatter in your mind. You might start feeling it here, you might start feeling it in your ankles. And you know what you do? You come back to your breath, nice and deep through the nose. Enough of a squat? Okay. Let's set our hips down. Bring the soles of the feet together for butterfly. Grab your soles of the feet. Now with the help of your hands, you can gently push your legs down. Open up your feet here so you can open them with your hands and start to melt forward. Let's release. Let's do one last thing to counter stretch our shoulders. So bring your hips, or land your feet, they're slightly wider than your hips. Your hands are behind you, fingertips are pointing to the front. Take an inhale, lift your hips up for a reverse tabletop. You can move around here, be gentle, back and forth. And now shift forward, land your hips next to your feet. Don't move your hands. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, bend your arms slightly. Let's release, and let's come into a seated position. Place your hands somewhere on your lap. Sit up straight, close your eyes. Let go of controlling the breath. Now you are the observer.
think of your mind as this vast blue sky, and of your thoughts as the clouds. And so clouds come and go all the time, but the sky is always there. And we have this tendency to attach ourselves to these clouds, to these thoughts, and chase them, follow them. And oftentimes they bring us a lot of anxiety, stress. But if we just become the observer of all these thoughts, of all these emotions, this brings us a lot of peace and clarity into our life. Be proud of yourself for taking this class today. And thank you so much for practicing with me today. Let's bring our hands all the way up, palms touch. Bring your hands to your heart. Acknowledge your tremendous willpower, your will for life. May your thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the peace and happiness of all living beings. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. With lots of love and gratitude. Namaste.